Hi, I'm Gil Still. This is my assignment for Module 4, Cultivating Relationships with Your School Board, EDL 951. If I were to be selected as the next superintendent, these are the two purposes that I would want to focus on within the district. So I would want to look at improving relationships with the Board of Education and being a calming voice for the school community, while all of that being student-centered focused, where we're just talking about students and the success of students. So looking at improving relationships with Board of Education, I would want to make sure that I am building individual relationships with each board member, being able to listen to them, understand their concerns or what things they would like to bring to the table, and then also being that reciprocated where I'm able to share with each of them, my points, my concerns, where I would like for us to go and how we can collaborate to do what's best for students. And then being that calming voice for the school community, that entails me just, being there and listening to all stakeholders, and bringing us all together, the board members, the staff at the schools, parents, family members, students, everyone, and being that calming voice and just staying that student centered focus and trying to do what's best for all kids. Some best practices I would look at in order to reach those goals of improving relationships and being the calming voice. Um, just understanding that good responsibilities translate into a strong school district with increased student success. So being able to look at the responsibilities of both myself as the superintendent and the Board of Education and how we can help meet district goals, building goals, and being able to help everyone at all parties, but also listening to everyone. Um, so just continuously doing that and having a feedback loop where all those conversations are happening at the district level with building principals and then with their staff as well, and then with family members and site councils. 5 essential elements would be looking at getting community input. So reaching out to the community, inviting the community to Board of Education meetings, having those conversations and seeing what we can do, and having clearly defined responsibilities of every stakeholder on whichever scenario or topic we may be looking at to get to. Having that mutual respect amongst one another, helping each other out, and knowing that our end goal is always going to be student centered focused and we may not agree, but how do we come to that mutual respect and understanding to help everybody out? And then always having flexibility and collaboration. Things come up, we have different scenarios that may put some pivots in our way and not be as a straight path as we would like, but always being flexible, collaborating, discussing, coming up with those solutions, which then leads to the last 5 essential element of prioritizing student achievement. So looking at data, looking at students, hearing teacher input, hearing student input, hearing parents and family input in order to help with that achievement. And then looking at the cardinal rules. Myself as the superintendent, I do not always need to lead the change. It could be where the Board of Education is helping out with that, having teacher leaders, building leaders help with all these different things and come up with plans of action in order to best help our students. And then just sticking to the strategic plan. What can we do to meet district and building goals? And that's going to help us and stick with it with fidelity. And just once again, developing those relationships with all board members, helping them um, helping hear their voice, understand where they're coming from, and how we can come up to mutual understanding and get to where we would like to. And then building my reputation as a community leader, making sure that I'm visible, making sure that I'm out there assisting, hearing, and then bringing that back to the Board of Education or whatever stakeholders. Then how I would reach those two goals, also looking at a respectful and responsive relationship. So inviting them in, inviting community members, inviting students, inviting teachers, um, to Board of Education meetings, letting them hear what's going on and understand the strategic action plans, the district building plans and goals, the building plans and goals. Then also going back to that relationships with the Board of Education, letting them be part of the magic, sharing something that they believe in, um, and really enjoy, and let them share it to the community, let them share it to the buildings. And then just always staying student-centered focused, and just doing what's best for kids, but collaborating and discussing how we can get there. And then I think just developing a common shared language is extremely important. That allows everybody to be on the same page, get to the end goal, what we need to, and have a better, deeper understanding. Then making sure that there is a collaborative system amongst all stakeholders. So that includes the teachers, the students, with me as the superintendent, with the Board of Education, but also being that calming voice within all those different stakeholders. So looking at teachers and students, we want to collaborate to support students. We want our teachers, our staff, to be able to collaborate and help them and understand what students want. We want them to advocate. We want them to show up to the Board of Education meetings, both of them. They're in it day in and day out, so they understand and know what they need, and we want them to advocate for it in a professional manner, but express their concerns, but also share what great things are going on and what is beneficial. So making those connections just to empower those students to show up. Using our teachers to do that as a superintendent, going in and building those relationships and letting them know to show up. The Board of Education could be a part of that as well. As a superintendent, one thing I would like to do would have annual retreats before school year, with all the Board of Education members. That would help me be able to focus on team building, focus on leadership, where we could discuss district and building goals again, what we want for the school year, but also where concerns can be expressed, and how we can narrow down our focus on what the district needs. Then looking at the Board of Education, how they're part of this whole collaborative system, they have unique visibility and clout as community leaders. They were elected, and, when community members see them, they respect them. They know that they're here to be student-centered focused and help our students. And then with the Board of Education, it's fun and enjoyable, and ego satisfying for them. They signed up for this, they're doing it for free, and they just have the best interest of students and the staff in the district. So my goals as a superintendent would to be improve the relationships with the not only with the Board of Education members, but with everybody in the district, and while being collaborative and utilizing best practices, having a calming voice, and just always having the reminder that, hey, we're all here to be student-centered focused and help us meet district goals. And then these last slides are my references. Thank you.